Hello students, now I will start TS and AP 10th class Max paper 2 statistics chapter. So I will give some introduction for you now. So statistics is a branch of mathematics which deals with collection, organization, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. So this is known as statistics definition. So the father of Indian statistics is Prashant Chandra Mahalanobis. Father of Indian statistics is Prashant Chandra Mahalanobis, means PC Mahalanobis. The father of international statistics is R.A. Fisher. Ronald A. Fisher. International father of international statistics is R.A. Fisher. Ronald A. Fisher. Next definition, data. Any observation that have been collected is called data. Any observation that have been collected is called data. There are two types of data. One is primary data, second one is secondary data. So we'll see what is primary data. Primary data. The information which is collected by ourselves is called primary data. The information which is collected by ourselves is called primary data. Example, if you take in 10th class pre-final examination, number of students failed in mathematics in our school in 2018 to 19 batch. So it is available in our school only, so which we can collect data by ourselves. So this type of data is known as primary data. Otherwise you can collect in 10th class summative one examination, number of students failed in mathematics in our school in 2020 to 21 batch also you can take. So that also available in your school only, so that information can collect by yourself. So that type of data is known as primary data. Next, secondary data. The information which is collected by other sources is called secondary data. Information which is collected by other sources is called secondary data. If you take example, in 10th class board examination, number of students failed in mathematics in TS in 2018 to 19 batch. So we can collect this information in net, through net, means it is a source. It is by other source or not by computer you are collecting the information. So this type of data is known as secondary data. Is it clear? Next, range. Definition of range. The difference of maximum and minimum value of the variable is called range. Maximum means largest, minimum means smallest, difference means minus you should take. So range formula is maximum minus minimum. Maximum minus minimum. If you take example, find the range of 1 comma 4 comma 3 comma 2. So range is equals to, in this given information, what is the biggest number? 4 minus smallest number is 1. 4 minus 1 how much? 3. So we got answer as 3. We should not think here 3 is there, we got 3. So we got answer as 3. That's why range is how much? 3. Next, class limits definition. Definition of class limits. The starting and end value of each class are called lower limit and upper limit of the respective class. So starting value is known as lower limit, end value is known as upper limit. So if you take example, the lower limit of 0 to 9 is, lower limit I am asking, lower limit means what? Starting value. So what is the value starting here? 0. So left side value is known as lower limit, right side value is known as upper limit. Left side value is known as lower limit, right side value is known as upper limit. So that's why starting value, we can say starting value is known as lower limit, end value is known as upper limit also. So here lower limit how much? 0. The upper limit of 13 to 17 is, upper limit means we should take end value, right side value how much? 17. So in objective also it is important. You will ask what is the upper limit of 20 to 27. So what can you say? Upper limit means 27. In same question lower limit means 20. Next, class mark. The average of lower and upper limits of a class is called mid value or class mark of that class. The average means mean. Average of lower and upper limits of a class is called mid value or class mark of that class. Class mark formula is lower limit plus upper limit by 2. Lower limit I will write shortcut LL plus upper limit means UL by 2. Otherwise, class mark is equals to lower limit LL plus half of difference between upper and lower limits. Difference between upper and lower limits. So here in objective type you will ask what is the class mark of like these questions he will give. So we will see example. The class mark or mid value. Mid value or class mark means we can take this formula or this formula. In one of the 2016 I think in object 2 is given options. What is the formula for class mark and is given options. One of the option is this one is not given, so you can take this one and this one. So the class mark or mid value of class 1000 to 1100 is dash. Find the class mark or mid value of the class 1000 to 1100 is dash. We will see class mark means lower limit plus upper limit by 2. So here what is the lower limit? 1000 plus upper limit is 1100 by 2. 1000 plus 1100 how much? 2100 by 2. So if you do cancellation here, 2 ones are 2 10 the 20, 1 is carry, 2 5 the 10 means 250 the 100, 1050 it is coming. If you do with this formula also it will come same. See here, lower limit is how much here? 1000 plus half of difference between upper and lower limit. So 1100 to 1000, what is the difference? 100. Half of 100 is how much? 50. Your lower limit is 1000. 1000 plus 50 how much? 1050. You are getting same answer. Is it clear? Next, class interval or size of the class. Class interval or size of the class. The difference between the lower limits or upper limits of two consecutive classes is called class interval or size of the class. The difference between lower limits or upper limits of two consecutive classes is called class interval or size of the class. The class interval is denoted by C or small h or small I. This is also very important objective. Class interval is denoted by, you will give sometimes this symbol, sometimes in options this symbol, sometimes in options in this symbol. So you can take class interval is denoted by means C or small h or I. One of the option it will come. If there is only one class, then class interval formula is upper limit minus lower limit. Only one class is there means you should use this formula. Otherwise your process is there. Example 1. The class interval in the frequency distribution with classes 1 to 8, 9 to 16, 17 to 24, so on. So length or class interval or size, meaning is same. Length or size or class interval, meaning is same, is equals to what we can say here. What is the definition I told? The difference between the lower limit or upper limit of two consecutive classes. So here what is the lower limit here? 9 minus here what is the lower limit? 1. 9 minus 1 how much? 8. Otherwise you can take upper limits of consecutive classes also. What is upper limit here? 16. Here upper limit is 8. 16 minus 8 also 8 only. Otherwise you can take second interval and third interval also. Here what is the lower limit? 17. Minus here what is the lower limit? 9. 17 minus 9 also 8 only. Here we can take upper limits also. Upper limit is how much here? 17 to 24. 24 is upper limit. In 9 to 16 upper limit is 16. 24 minus 16 how much? 8 only. So that's why I told you, difference between lower limits or upper limits of consecutive classes. You can take difference between lower limits or difference between upper limits of consecutive classes. then we will get length or size or class interval. The class interval of 1 to 10 is only one class is there here. 1 to 10 is only one class. So here we should use this formula. What is the formula? Upper limit minus lower limit. What is upper limit here? 10 minus lower limit is 1. 10 minus 1 is 9. So that is the class interval or size or length. Next definition is class boundaries. The average of the upper limit of a class and lower limit of next class is called upper boundary. The average of upper limit of class and lower limit of next class is called upper boundary. The upper boundary of a class becomes the lower boundary of next class. So these boundaries are called true class limits. True class limits. So in similarly we can find lower boundaries also. What we can say for lower boundaries? The average of lower limit of a class and upper limit of previous class is called lower boundary. So in that way we can find upper boundaries and lower boundaries. See here 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30 are the classes. Is asking here lower boundary of class 11 to 20 is. Lower boundary means what we should take. So I have given definition for upper boundary. I have explained lower boundary definition. Upper boundary means we should take upper limit and lower limit of next class. So lower boundary means what we should take? Lower limit of whatever class he is asking. Here what is the lower boundary for 11 to 20? 11 is a lower boundary. You should write plus as it is. And upper boundary of previous class you should take. What is upper boundary of previous class? 10 by 2. 11 plus 10 how much? 21 by 2. How much? 10.5. Why? Because 10 to 10 the 20 and point will come to 5 the 10. So is it clear? Upper limit means what? Upper boundary means what? Upper limit of a class and lower limit of next class you should take. Lower boundary means what? Lower limit of present class you should take and upper boundary of previous class you should take. For same question, if he is asking upper boundary means what we will take here? Upper boundary. Upper boundary is how much? Here what is upper boundary? 20. And lower boundary of next class is how much? 21. 20 plus 21 how much? 41 by 2. 41 by 2 means how much? 20.5. So that will become upper boundary. Here this is lower boundary. Next example, if you see 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99, so on are the classes. Here he is asking upper boundary of the class. 70 to 79 is upper boundary means what? You should take upper boundary here in this whatever he is asking in that class interval you should take. In 70 to 79 what is upper limit? 79 plus lower limit of next class is how much? Lower limit of next class is 80. Lower limit of next class is 80. So 79 plus 80 how much? 159 by 2. If you do division, to 1 the 2 7 the 14, 2 9 the 18, point 2 5 the 10, 79.5. That is the lower boundary of the class 70 to 79. So it is very important in objective conditions. Next note, when number of classes are given, then class interval formula is range by number of classes. We should choose number of classes as 4 or 5 only. Don't go for more. When number of classes are given, then class interval formula is range by number of classes. We should choose number of classes as 4 or 5 only. When class interval are given, then number of classes is equals to range by class interval. Range by class interval. So in problems you will come across these all formulas. So there are two methods of classifying the data according to class interval. That is exclusive data and next one is inclusive data. Exclusive data and inclusive data. First one, exclusive method. When the class intervals are so fixed that the upper limit of one class is the lower limit of next class, it is known as exclusive method. In this method, upper limit of a class is not included in the class. So what you understood here, if you see example 0 to 10, comma 10 to 20, comma 20 to 30, so on etc. are exclusive class intervals. Why? Because in 0 to 10, what is upper limit? 10. Lower limit is 0. In next class, what is the lower limit? 10 and upper limit is 20. Here lower limit is 20, upper limit is 30. So whatever the upper limit is there, that is becoming next class lower limit. Here also same condition. Whatever upper limit is there, that is becoming next class lower limit. So these type of models is known as exclusive method. It is also important objective model. So here upper limit of class is not included, means 10 is not included. 0 to 10 we will count up to 9 numbers only. In problems we won't count 10 in this class interval. 0 to 10 means we will count up to 9 only. Here also 10 to 20 means we will count up to 19 only, we will not count 20. That's why upper limit of a class is not included. Next lower limit and next inclusive method. In this method, the classes are so formed that the upper limit of class is included in that class. Whenever this type of problems are given, we convert inclusive data into exclusive data in problems. So see example 0 to 10, comma 11 to 20, comma 21 to 30, so on etc. are inclusive data. Why? Because here lower limit is 0, upper limit is 10. Here lower limit is 11, upper limit is 20. See here this whatever upper limit is there, here that upper limit is number is not there in next class lower limit. So here 10 is there, here 11 is there. So here also 20 is there, here 21 is there. So these type of class intervals is known as inclusive method. Whenever this type of model problems are given, we will convert this inclusive method into exclusive method by using the below two formulas. Note, if size of class is same, then we convert inclusive data into exclusive data by using formula capital H is equals to lower limit minus upper limit of previous class by 2. This is the formula whenever size of the class is same. If size of class is different, then we convert inclusive data to exclusive data by formula capital H is equals to upper limit minus lower limit by 2. So whenever class size is same, we will convert inclusive to exclusive by using this formula. Whenever size of class is different, we will convert inclusive data to exclusive data by using this formula. So I will explain where this formulas is useful in exercise problems. I will explain clearly in problems. Next, measures of central tendencies. Measures of central tendencies. There are three types of measures of central tendencies. One is mean, next median, next mode. So discrete or ungrouped data, one and the same. First one, discrete or ungrouped means we will see. First one in that mean or arithmetic mean, AM or average. There are three types of following methods. In mean we are having three types of methods. First one is direct method. Next one is shortcut or deviation or assumed mean method. Next third one is step deviation method. Next one is step deviation method. Next, the first one will see direct method. Mean formula x bar is equals to summation fi xi by capital N. Summation xi fi by capital N. Here xi means observations of the given data, fi means frequencies of given data, N means sum of all frequencies. This is well known formula for you, sum of observations by number of observations. Symbolically we will write like this. In some people will say this symbol as sigma also. We can say sigma also. Sigma or summation, one and the same. So we will see example. Find the mean of the following distribution. This is the question is given. We will find the mean. I wrote first row as first column, second row as second column. we have to find fi xi. Why? Because formula is there what? Sigma fi x summation fi xi by n. So fi xi means you should do multiplication. 4 into 5 20, 6 into 10 is 60, 9 into 10 is 90, 10 into 7 is 70. So next to capital N means you should add all this. We can say this as capital N, or sum of frequencies also we can say. Sum of frequencies, sigma fi. Sigma fi are capital N, one and the same. So if you add this, 7 plus 10 is 17, 17 plus 10 is 27, plus 5 is 32. Next we should add this also, sigma fi xi. So here all zeros only in ones place I wrote 0. Here 7 plus 9 is how much? 16. 16 plus 6 is 22. 22 plus 2 is 24. So sigma fi xi or summation fi xi, how much we got? 240. This is sigma fi xi. So mean x bar is equal to what is the formula I told? Sigma fi xi by n. So is equal to sigma fi xi, how much we got? 240 by 32. Do cancellation. 8 4 the 8 3 the 24, 0, 8 30 the. Next 2 2 the 2 15 the. 15 by 2 means how much? 2 7 the 0.25 the. So 7.5. What is the mean? 7.5. Note, we use direct method when xi comma fi values are small. Whenever these xi values and fi values are small, we will use direct method. Next, deviation method. Mean x bar is equal to a plus summation I is equal to 1 to n fi di by capital N, where di is equal to xi minus a. Di is equal to xi minus a. Here a is equal to assumed mean, di means deviation, fi means frequency, n means sum of frequencies. This symbol means summation or sigma. This formula is also important for 2 marks or 1 mark. You will ask, write the mean formula for deviation method and explain each term means you should write entirely up to here. Note, if xi or fi values are large, then we use deviation method to calculate mean. If xi or fi values are large, then we use deviation method to calculate mean. So we will see the example here. We will see example. So find the mean for this following data. So this is the data is given. Xi values are given here: 67, 70, 72, 73, 75. Fi is 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. So here deviation. Why? Because xi values are large here. See here, two numbers are given. Fi are small. So either xi or fi values are large means we will use deviation method. So here I wrote first row as first column, second row as second column, and we should add here all these fi values. This is nothing but capital N is equals to, we should add 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12. Di is equals to xi minus a. So here xi minus a means here you can take a value as any value from xi. Otherwise here 5 observations is there. 5 means odd number. Half of 5 how much? 2.5 means third observation if you take 72. 67 minus 72 how much? Minus 5. Why? Because here 67 is their xi value. I am taking a value as 72. So either you can take any value or you can take like this also. 5 rows are there. So divide by 2 means 2.5. Third row we can take. So 72 minus 5. Next 70 minus 72 minus 2. 72 minus 72 0. 73 minus 72 is how much? 1. 75 minus 72 3. Next you should calculate fi di. So here 4 into minus 5 minus 20. 3 into minus 6. 3 into minus 2 minus 6. 2 into 0 is 0. 2 into 1 is 2. 1 into 3 is 3. Next you should do sigma summation fi di is equals to. See here 3 plus 2 how much? 5. Minus 6 plus 5 how much? Minus 1. Minus 1 minus 20 is how much? Minus 21. You should do carefully here. Otherwise, you should add first all negative numbers. 20 plus 6 is how much? 26. Minus symbol is there. Minus 26. And after that, you should add all positive numbers. 2 plus 3, 5. So minus 26 plus 5. Big number is having negative symbol. So minus 26 plus 5 is how much? Minus 21. So here xi values are large. So here there are 5 observations. That's why 5 is odd. Choose a is equals to 20. We have taken. Here di's are not divisible by same number. So we use deviation method to calculate mean. Formula is how much? X bar is equals to a plus sigma fi di by n. So a value we have taken 72 plus sigma fi xi, how much we got? Fi di minus 21 by n value we got 12. So here 3 4s are 12, 3 7s are. So minus 7 by 4. So 72 minus 7 by 4. If you do 754 division, you will get 1.75. 1.75. So next, if you do subtraction, 72 minus 1.75, you will get 70.25. 70.25. So in this way we will calculate. We'll see step deviation method in next class.